What is up, you guys? It is me again, as you can clearly see. Alrighty, so got a necklace under my shirt and it is cold. Alright, let's cut into the video. So, demons. Did you know that we all, every single person, just like a guardian angel, we also have a demon that studies us. And there's demons all around us, sure, but all the time. But there is also a demon, just one demon for every single person that stands around that person. And, that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ordered, not commanded, assigned. Yeah, assigned. That's assigned by the devil to stand by each person. One demon. There's so many different, so many more demons than there are people. Billions more than people. Probably hundreds of billions. There's only like 8.5 billion people in the world. Anyways, and what these demons do right now, they're standing next to you, standing next to me. And don't get me wrong, they're not there. You're not doing anything wrong to have these demons by you. You're a lot of people are like, oh, you're screwing around with like demonic crap in order to attract demons into your life. Yeah, that's true, but this is not the same thing. There is demons standing by your side, studying you. One per person in the entire world. A different one per person. Studying you. Every thought of yours, every action you take, every single, all of your memories, just studying you. Studying you like they're going to become you or something. And that's exactly what they're going to do. In a second, I'll explain it. They study you so that when you die, by the time your life is over, they have such a humongous trying to figure out what capacity built up of all the things that you've done, all the things that you've, the ways that you've acted and everything like that, personality, they have it all down pat. So that when you pass away, they can transform into you, they can shapeshift into you and impersonate you by becoming you. Not becoming truly you, but becoming you in order to deceive your friends and family into believing that they are really seeing you. Believing that they're really seeing you as a disembodied person, like a ghost or, a spirit, that they're actually seeing their deceased loved one, a ghost, a spirit. Ghosts are not human beings ghosts are not your loved ones. A spirit being is not your loved one. Let me say that again. If you've ever seen a ghost of your loved one after your loved one passed away, it's a demon. It's not your loved one. I swear with all my heart, it is not your loved one. I promise you, it is a demon. The Bible is completely clear. Hebrews 10:27, I believe. It is appointed unto men to die once, and after this is the judgment. Not that they might linger around on earth to say their goodbyes or whatever to their loved ones first, and then go to heaven or hell. No, it says after this, the judgment. After this world, first it is appointed men to die. Men as in humans, mankind, to die. And then after this, the judgment. After this means immediately after the judgment, the judgment. So it's not possible. There's nothing in the Bible that says anything about ghosts being your loved ones. So I'm sorry, yes, that if you truly believe that you saw one of your deceased loved ones after they have passed away, and truly believe that it was them, but I'm just here on God's behalf saying it was not your loved one. It was a demon, and it wasn't a loved one at all. It was a demon trying to deceive you and to break you even more. Because there's nothing in the Bible at all that backs anything up about, other than the Holy Ghost, that backs anything up that says that ghosts are deceased human beings. There's nothing. If you can find in the Bible anything at all that humans become ghosts, or even a chance that humans become ghosts after they die, I would delete my YouTube channel. Because there's nothing in the Bible that says anything about ghosts or about humans becoming ghosts to say their goodbyes. The goodbyes are said before loved ones die in their deathbed, in the hospital. Sometimes, unfortunately, a lot of times, most cases, that loved ones don't get to say goodbye because death happens so suddenly. That's sad realities. Death happens so suddenly that people don't get to say goodbye. So why not on the phone call? When I'm on the phone with my parents, I say, love you. You might not ever get to have that chance again, because death might come so suddenly, and you might not ever get to say, love you again, right? So, it's just, once you die, it's too late to say your goodbyes until you meet again in heaven. Now in hell, you'll never be able to say goodbyes. Even if both parties, you and your other loved ones, both go to hell. There's no reunions in hell. Even though, yes, let's say family members are in hell. There's billions of people in hell. And there's screams and everything. That's all you can say in hell. All you can say in hell is screams and agony, and just like the only words you can say in hell is screams and agony and Like, why didn't I listen? Why I should have listened? Why you can't say selective words in hell. You can't say any choice of words in hell. All it is just words of regret. You're not going to be able to be like, oh, hey, how are you doing? I missed you so much. No. There's none of that. And I probably really shouldn't have done that. That's probably a mocking thing of hell, and I should I kind of take that back. But no, there's no such thing as ghosts in a way, as in humans being ghosts. The only ghosts that exist are demons. That transparent crap you see as ghosts, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they could be transparent if they want to. You know, ghosts being translucent, transparent, see-through, whatever you want to call it, blah, 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 blah. They can appear however they want to. Transparent, translucent, whatever. Since they're not of this world, they'll be transparent because they're not of this world, so it's only natural that they'll show up to us as translucent. And since they don't have a soul or whatever, and a body or whatever, they're going to be, and they're spiritual as well, they're going to be transparent and see-through. It's spiritual that you're seeing, not physical, so you're going to be able to see through them. And you know why you get so flipping terrified when you see a ghost? Because it's not a person, it's a demon. You're supposed to be terrified to see ghosts. Because you're supposed to be spooked when seeing ghosts. They're freaking demons. So obviously. I'll post the link down in the description below of this video of the time I was at the church of my Catholic priest. No, I'm not Catholic. I don't have any religion. I have Jesus. I don't have a religion. I have a relationship. Back in 2014, 2015, one of those, I went to visit my uncle, who's a priest, and he was living in a 200-year-old church. And I heard footsteps coming down the basement stairs at 3 or 4 in the morning. And my dad was asleep and my uncle was asleep behind closed doors. A couple of closed doors upstairs. And I was the only one downstairs. And let me tell you, I was spooked. I legit heard footsteps walking down the stairs. Like, real solid footsteps. And there was nobody there. I was frozen with fear. Like, I had also this, I felt this energy in the room that was this evil, darkened presence. I had never felt this before. It was like this really eerie and scary, this presence made me shooken. My dad and my priest uncle, they couldn't feel it, but I was able to feel it. And let me tell you, if I could see in the spiritual room or spiritual world, that place would have been crawling with demons. But these demons study us to impersonate us after we die, if they so choose. And there's ghosts roaming this earth, but they're not human. They're demons. A lot of them are fake. Haunted houses and everything like that. A lot of those are just tourist traps. But the other things where people lose their loved ones and everything like that. And then they ended up seeing their deceased loved ones and everything like that. Sad, but it's not really them that they're seeing. It's not really them that they're seeing. Because one more time before I close this video is Hebrews 10:27. For it is appointed unto men to die once. Again, mankind. But after that, the judgment. To die once. And after that, to die. And after that, after death, the judgment. See, after death, the judgment. Doesn't say after death that there's a chance that they can linger around, blah, blah, blah. So after we die, we stand before Jesus Christ. If we're saved, we get let into heaven. If we're unsaved, we get cast into hell. So we don't just get let out of our body and just roam around. Now, there are near-death experiences, however, that you do feel kind of like you're floating while ascending out as your soul is coming out of your body, hovering over like the operating table and everything like that, kind of like a floating kind of thing. You're seeing all around you and everything like that, but you don't get nobody can see you. It's not a ghost. Nobody can see you. That's one. You don't get to walk around or anything like that. You're just hovering there in a disembodied figure. Yeah, you're just hovering there. So that's two. And then you're like that, and then you ascend into through a portal of light into heaven. So that's three. So all three things is nothing like being a ghost. You're not seen by other people. You're not walking around as a ghost or anything like that, and you don't get to walk around on the ground or anything. You're just hovering in the air. So that's the only thing right there that comes the closest to being a disembodied spirit being, and the absolute closest, and it's so flipping far from being a ghost. And I don't even know if that's real. To be honest, I don't even know how it happens when you die. Like, how you go to heaven when you die. Like, when you die, is it just like that? Like, I'm guessing when you die, you lose consciousness, and then, boom, you're in heaven. But other people with near-death experiences, which you got to be very careful about, because a lot of them go against the Bible. I would guess, like, your soul gets pulled out of your body, and then angels carry you up to heaven. I have no idea. I have no idea. So that's it does not say in the Bible how you're it just says you're immediately with the Lord or something, right? With Luke, the rich man and Lazarus. But I know it's gonna be instantaneous, though. It's gonna be the rapture is gonna be in less than a twinkling of an eye. It's gonna be faster than that, and so is death. Death is gonna also be faster than a twinkling of an eye. So it doesn't really matter, because it's gonna happen so quick that you don't even know what happened. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.